Hello guys, my name's Low to the Game and welcome back to Trails into Reverie. In the last video, we pretty much just fought Rufus and his goons and pretty much just completed the first act and pretty much completed Act 1 for Lloyd's route. And so now we have to go over to Rean's route, unfortunately, because here's what happens when you try to go to Act 2. It tells us that we have to play through more routes in order to proceed. So, which means that we have no choice but to move on over to Rean's route. So, for the time being, we're done with Lloyd's route. So yeah, let's continue. Yeah, that's pretty much all we did in the last video, just fight Rufus and his goons. Haha! Oh, the Isengard range. This is where we started Cold Steel 2. Yeah, this is where we started Cold Steel 2.
Yeah. No, I can fight. Kurt, I'm ready.
Pathetic.
Who's that? That's... I'm guessing that's Kurt's dad? Is that it? I don't know. Oh,
this
hey Claire.
Doesn't make any sense.
At this rate,
I'm just gonna let it go auto.
Come on, we'll hide under the bridge.
Why are they training?
We need to get to Instructor Rean ASAP if we're going to figure out some way to help out Ash and Muse.
I agree. And we need to get out of this icy water before it saps any more of our strength. That should be our top priority.
I hope you don't think I can't see you down there.
Is anywhere safe from her?
Not
no
really.
one escapes the icy maiden when she's this serious, I fear.
Dude.
I can't believe this is happening.
So they training or fighting for real? Several hours before at 10 a.m. Okay. Oh, I guess they were training. Or no, this is earlier in the day. Never mind. Oh, the footbath. Dude, this place looks way better than Cold Steel 2. It is awesome. You meet her at the Hot Springs Paradise. This is where Rean and Elise grew up. Rean Schwarzer. Claire Revelt.
Oh, what a gorgeous sight. So, this is where you grew up, Instructor?
What a wonderful place. It's so peaceful and calming.
You know what? Keep it
I
auto.
figured the snow would have all melted by this time of year.
Most of it has. This is just what's left over. You would have really seen some snow if we were here a month ago.
Oh, how lovely. It's nice to be honeymooning in a winter wonderland.
Music? No.
I
Stop.
owe this town much after all they did for me 2 years ago.
I think we owe you more than you owe us.
Oh yeah. You used Ymir as your base during the Civil War, right?
Yeah. She did a ton of work to improve our defenses and our communications network.
I suppose it's been 2 years for me as well. The last visit I recall was when I was tasked with abducting Princess Alphen and Instructor Rean's little sister.
It's, also been a while for you, Rean, hasn't it? Why don't we start by letting your parents know that we're here?
That sounds
Good.
good to me.
Yeah.
I want to introduce all my students to them.
It's going to feel a little strange meeting our instructors' parents.
Yeah. I'm feeling kinda nervous all of a sudden.
Oh, don't be.
I, for one, can hardly wait to say hello to my future in-laws.
Oh my gosh, shut up.
I've got a whole lot of stories to tell them about their little baby boy.
Please don't embarrass me in front of my family.
Yeah. Yeah, they're gonna meet their former enemy. Yep, as the snow thaws. Fitting title, seeing as almost all the snow melted. Welcome to the home of Baron Schwarzer. We have been eagerly awaiting your arrival. Whoa, real maid. Wait, when did they get a maid? Like, have they always had a maid, or did they just leave her out on purpose in Cold Steel 2? Whoa, a real maid. You could tell she's been well trained. I didn't expect to find you helping out, Maple. You've gotten way better at welcoming guests. The Phoenix Wings has trained me well, young Rean. Oh, she used to work over at the Phoenix Wings. Oh, okay. That's where I remember her. Yeah. You're seemingly a lot more grown up yourself. Not as much as me. And suddenly, all pretenses of professionalism slip away. Now, please come this way. Baron and Lady Schwarzer will await you in the study. Who's she? An old friend of mine who works at the Phoenix Wings. She's got a year on me and is determined never to let me forget it. You seem rather close, but looks to me like all friends, no benefits. I figured Schwarzer would have every chick in the town fawning over him. I wouldn't have put it past him either, to be honest. Is this really what you think of me? Clearly, nobody here would dare to get in Elise's way. Here we go again. I'm starting to feel a little sorry for him. That makes two of us. Something wrong, young Rean? Sorry, we're coming now.
Mom, Dad, I'm home.
Yo! It's been 3 games. Wait, yeah, 3 games. Wait, no,
it's
2
good
games.
To see you again, my son.
2 games, no C. Get it? Because they weren't in Cold Steel 3 and 4.
It's been a long half year without you.
I'm sorry I haven't been able to visit as often as I'd like. Especially since it sounds like Elise has been too busy to come home as well. She's asked me to give you both her regards.
Well, I'm sure St. Estria's student council is keeping her plenty busy.
I just hope she doesn't work herself sick.
I'm sure she's just fine. The younger students all seem to adore her. And she has Her Highness there if she's ever in need of a friend to talk to. I've also been keeping an eye out to make sure no insects start buzzing around her.
Are you now?
That overprotectiveness may create more trouble than it prevents.
Oh, he'll worry about that bridge when he crosses it.
Poor Elise. It's a pleasure to see you both again, Lord and Lady Schwarzer.
The same to you, Major Revelt. It's not hard to imagine that the RMP must be exceptionally busy at the moment. I hope your time here will help ease some of your weariness.
Thank you, Your Lordship.
Oh, and these must be your students.
That's right.
Oh, please.
My name is Kurt Vander. I have learned much under Instructor Rean's exemplary tutelage.
You would be one of the rare practitioners of the Vander School's dual blade style.
Wait, so like, why is the dual blade style rare? Does nobody even care? Does not very many people not care about it or something?
I've heard that despite how capable you are, you're not one to rest on your laurels. Humble, too. Unusual and admirable qualities in someone of your age.
I am honored you would speak of me that way, but I'm afraid you overestimate me.
Oh, I don't think so.
Name's Ash Carbide. If you've heard it, chances are it's because your son was complaining about what a pain in the ass I am.
You are at times.
On the contrary. I've heard there's much more to you than that prickly exterior of yours. Rean's told me that deep down, you're a very smart, considerate young man who your fellow students depend on.
The hell? You want to watch what bullcrap you're feeding your folks about me, Schwarzer?
Sorry. You're just stuck being a big old softie.
Got him!
The denial is what makes him oh so lovable. I am Muse Egret. It's a pleasure. I owe much to both of your children.
Ah, I've heard much about you. It can't be easy to shoulder so much responsibility at such a young age.
Not at all. Instructor Rean's love and support give me the strength necessary to overcome any obstacle.
Oh my. Love, you say?
Not that kind of love, lady.
Can't you spare me your harassment in front of them?
I see that Elise wasn't exaggerating. You are quite the character. I'm glad that she and Rean have someone like you to come to when they need it.
Think nothing of it. That's what family does.
Doesn't miss a beat, does she?
She certainly does not.
My name is Una Crawford. It's a pleasure to meet you. I found myself in Instructor Rean's debt before even enrolling at the Academy, and I've constantly been in it since. But I've been trying to learn as much as I can from him so that one day, I can be a source of strength to others just like him.
Oh, you're the young lady from Crossbell. What a commendable spirit you have.
I agree. You seem every bit the earnest, cheerful young woman Rean told us you were.
What else did he say about me?
He told us, you never give up even when all seems lost, and act like a shining beacon of light to those around you. It seems he really depends on you.
That's really flattering to hear, but also really embarrassing to hear in front of my classmates.
You're not the only one going red.
How are you not completely desensitized to the things you say by now?
I feel a little jealous, truth be told.
Yeah, well, you don't deserve the words.
Anyway, I've had my turn now. Last up is you.
Altina Orion.
You okay, Allie?
I'm the one who abducted Elise and the princess during the Northern Jaegers' attack on Ymir 2 years ago.
Altina.
I know I have no right to even be here after the harm my actions caused you. But since I have this opportunity, I am so terribly sorry for what I did.
That must really have been eating away at her.
Please, raise your head. You were but a child following orders, and you did nothing to harm either of them. You need not feel any guilt for your actions.
Still...
There's something I would like to say to you as well. Thank you, Altina.
Or what?
I hear you were always at Rean's side during the year he was fulfilling the government's demands after the Civil War. I'm truly grateful he had you to support him.
I was just following orders then, too.
Even so.
Besides, you're not here today because you were ordered to be, are you?
Nope.
That's true. I'm part of Class 7 because I chose to be and want to be.
Aw.
Our class wouldn't be the same without you.
Then you have no reason not to feel completely welcome here. You're a lucky man to have so many wonderful students, Rean.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
Well, I think that's enough talking for now. What say you all to some lunch? You've had a long journey. You must all be starving. Now that you mention it, that's true. We did set off rather early. Thank you for your kindness. I can't wait to sample the culinary delights of our instructor's home. I'll have everything ready as soon as I can. I gathered some excellent pheasant meat during my morning hunt. You're going to love it. You went hunting first thing in the morning? Someone must have been fired up. Your parents are such wonderful people. Tell me about it. Ah, that was delicious. I knew the meat would be fresh, but your garden-raised vegetables were delicious as well, Lady Schwarzer. That meal was the perfect balance of rustic and flavorful. And they weren't being stingy about the portions either. I've never tasted a wild strawberry tart as fine as that. The tea afterwards was first rate too. I actually think I might have eaten a bit too much. I'm just happy we could satisfy you all. Either way, we'll get out of your way now. But if there is anything you need, please don't hesitate to call on us. Thank you. So, Major, now that I've got the chance to ask, there's one thing I've been wondering. Why exactly did you call us here? All Principal Aurelia told us is that we're here for a special assignment. Whatever it is, it clearly concerns the RMP too. I understand your curiosity, and naturally there's a good reason why you are the only class here. However, I'm afraid it is not my place to elaborate. So someone else will be telling us? Regardless, it will be a little longer before everything is ready. You haven't been home for 6 months, Rean, so why don't you take the chance to walk around Ymir while you wait? I imagine the rest of you would enjoy the opportunity to take in the sights too. Huh, that doesn't sound like a bad idea. Most of you have never been here before, so how about I show you all around? I must admit that is rather tempting. But instructor, it's rare you're offered the chance to come back here. There must be things you want to do without us. Yeah, we could show ourselves around, no problem. It's not like we're babies, you know. We'll be alright on our own. Well, if you insist. I appreciate the sentiment, but it kinda stings to be shot down like that. But I guess I'll do what they say and go see how everyone in Ymir's doing. Carrying over bonds. If you choose to carry over clear data from Trails of Cold Steel 4, the bonds Rean has formed will carry over as well. If Rean has formed a special bond with a female character, that bond will be marked with a heart symbol and join the party with a higher link level than normal. You can also take this chance to change which character you want Rean to have formed a special bond with without replaying Trails of Cold Steel 4. Choose which character Rean formed a special bond with. The bond you choose here will receive bonus link experience, and if you choose the character marked with a heart symbol, that bonus will be further increased. It was Elisa, obviously. All the characters who reached maximum bond level with Rean in the clear data you carried over will be marked with a star symbol and will start with a higher link level. All the characters that you select here will receive bonus link experience, but only those marked with a star symbol will receive a full additional link level. Okay, choose which characters Rean formed a bond with. The characters you choose here will receive bonus link experience. As long as you do not uncheck any characters marked with a star symbol, they will also receive this experience. Oh man, that's great. They automatically put a check mark on those with the star symbol. So the only ones that that don't have a star is Kurt and Eustace. Rean's special someone gained the link experience. The characters Rean formed a bond with gained the link experience. If you choose to carry over clear data from Trails of Cold Steel 4, the characters marked with a heart and star symbols will gain additional link experience. You gained additional link experience for carrying over Trails of Cold Steel 4 clear data. It's so good to be back home. It's just a shame we won't be able to walk around here, just the two of us. Still, given everything else Elisa and I have been through, I'm sure it's only a matter of time. Anyway, I should get going. It might be worth checking in on the others if I run into them too. You received bonus items in tribute to the releases of Trails of Cold Steel 3 and Trails of Cold Steel 4. You received a bonus for finishing Trails of Cold Steel 4. Rean, Kurt, Altina, Muse, Ash, Major Revolt. Awesome. Oh, so they just... Okay, so the combat section of the notebook carries over to all routes. Sweet. Okay. Let's talk to my parents. If I could find them. Ah, my mama. Elise came back here for a short while, but she looked as busy as ever. I suppose she wants to do what she can to support Princess Elfin now that she's resumed her royal business. She hasn't told me that directly, but that's more or less what I've heard too, yeah. It makes sense, especially since Her Highness likely still has plenty on her plate. Yes, I suppose so. Poor princess. It's strange. The Schwarzers have long maintained good relations with the imperial household, but it was never our intention to force the two of them to carry that on. Yet somehow Elise still naturally gravitated towards Her Highness. And from what I understand, you seem to be rather friendly with her as well. Is that right? I suppose. She's always been kind and gracious to me at the very least. Even with the war behind us, the Imperial family continues to endure difficulties of their own. I hope we can find a way to help them. Oh, that's my bed. Oh, he's probably in... Yeah, here he is. I could tell from the way your students look at you that you're doing a good job as their instructor. As your father, I couldn't be more happy and proud of you to see that, son. Thanks, Dad. That means a lot coming from you. Being a teacher is not so different from being a baron, you know. Both involve fostering the growth of those who look to you for guidance, such that they may grow ever stronger and self-sustaining. When you put it like that, I could see what you mean. You definitely are always supporting everyone around here. Exactly. That's why I figure if you were ever to inherit my position sometime down the line, I know it would be in good hands. That's a conversation for another day, I think. Yeah. Alright, let's head outside. Wrong way.
Nothing says I'm home quite like the clean taste of Ymir's air.
Yeah. Oh, I thought there were people there.
And there's the footbath. Sounds like just the thing after having such a hearty meal.
Let's talk to these two. Enjoying the footbath, you two? We certainly are. It must be wonderful having a place like this in the middle of your village. It's one of Ymir's biggest selling points, to be sure. Wait, did I say that right? Yeah, to be sure, yep. If you don't mind, I think I might join you. Ah, this really warms you up. It truly does. I could feel all the fatigue just fading away, too. It's strange how effective it is, given how little of your body is actually inside of it. So what were the two of you talking about before I came over? You, actually. Me? Specifically, we were talking about that power of yours. The curse's influence completely disappeared as a result of the final Reverie, but your specific power still remains, correct? Yeah, the seed that originally gave it to me is gone. But the power itself has developed to the point where it's essentially its own thing now. Oh, but there's no need to worry. I've got it largely under control now. Largely implies that there's still the possibility that you may lose control of it. I can't deny that, but I'm devoting myself to make sure it doesn't happen. It isn't that we don't trust you. We simply don't trust your unfortunate habit of choosing to sacrifice yourself at the drop of a hat. I heard that the first time you lost control of your power was here in Ymir. Because you were trying to protect Elise from a ferocious monster on the path behind the village. Found out about that, huh? Still, I'm afraid that's just who I am. I can't promise that I won't endanger myself for those I care about again. And Elise isn't the only one that's true for. Your perspective is logical in theory, but those who make such sacrifices don't understand just how painful they can be for those they mean to protect, especially when they leave you completely alone. Yeah, with Milliam. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. Besides, she came back in the end, so I have plenty of time to punish her for what she did. I'm sure you mean... I'm sure you mean thank her for what she did. Incorrect. No, she meant what she said.
Anyway, I want you to keep watching over me, Instructor.
Well, I mean, it is his
There's
job.
still so much I have to learn from you.
Right.
So I won't let you just disappear. I won't let you leave me.
I won't leave you. Don't worry. Not, on a not entirely dissimilar note, when will we be going on the date you promised me, Instructor? Wait, what date? This is the first time hearing of this. Because I never promised anything like that. I can't believe you would simply forget. You agreed to it before our exams last month. It's almost time for the end of terms exams. It's been a wild year, but I want each of you to prepare properly so you can show off the results of all your hard work. You in particular, Muse. There's no need to hide your talents anymore. I want you to give us everything you've got. Instructor, that's a tough ask. But if you promise to give me a reward, I might be able to make that happen. You really are a handful, but let's see. If you manage to take the #1 spot on the combined rankings with the main campus, I'll happily treat you to a meal. Really? He said a meal, not a date. Sure enough, she placed at the top of the rankings without breaking a sweat. Ada must have been furious at placing second. What can I say? Love triumphs over all.
So, I did what I promised I would, Instructor. Don't you think I deserve a word of praise for my accomplishments?
I think you should just shut up.
Can't argue with that. Your motives are worth a raised eyebrow, but you did really well. So, well done, Muse. I'm proud of you.
You have no idea how it makes me feel to hear you say that.
And I promise, and I suppose a promise is a promise. When we're done here in Ymir, I'll make time for us to go for our meal. Is that acceptable? Yay! I can hardly wait to spend a whole day with you and get dinner at the end. You're pretending to mishear me on purpose, aren't you? Those exams were a small price to pay to go on a date with the man of my dreams. I could place in any position you desire, from the top again all the way down to the bottom. You can deliberately rank bottom? Well, luck would factor into that one, so I would have to say bottom 3 to be certain. It's like competing against someone playing by entirely different rules. Yeah, it is. Coming in here has gotten rid of my physical fatigue, but my mental fatigue has really jumped up to take its place. I like how he worded that. I think I'm going to get out. What about you two? We'll stay in here a little longer. We still have the issue of your obsession with your sister to discuss. Now I'm really leaving. Now I'm really leaving. Now I'm really leaving. Muse 1, Altina 1. Let's see what they say. Deep concern. Altina shows deep concern for the remnants of the power that may still dwell within Rean, wishing to protect him from strife just as he has done for her. Acing it. I thought acing had an E in it. Acing it. Rean reluctantly agrees to share a meal with Muse if she manages to get the top score for on her exams. Naturally, she aces the hell out of it. Damn. Okay. Next. Who are you? Chiruru? Chiruru? I don't know how to say Chiruru. It's no small journey. No, shut up. Well, here's the church. Well, chapel, same thing. Rean, I didn't realize you were back home. Even all the way up here, we've heard all about your exploits. Everyone in the village is impressed and proud of you. You're too kind, Father. Though, to be honest, I wouldn't call what I did all that impressive. The war may have ended quickly, but it's left deep scars. There's still a lot of difficult work for the Empire to do. Perhaps, but even in just a few short months, Erebonia's recovery has made remarkable progress. Economic activity has resumed after stagnating, and bilateral relations with our neighbors have reawakened. Why, I've heard some places are even doing better than they were before the war, thanks to the disarmament. What we are seeing is a taste of peace. Peace that the people deeply desired. That's not nothing, Rean, and must be cherished. You're right, Father. Thanks for putting it all in perspective. I needed that. Okay, looks like the last character page is Yuna. At the... I'd say this place is... says Plover Goods and Souvenirs. I'm guessing that means general store. Septian Church, Ymir's Chapel. Oh, I guess it's all in one place. Alright. I'll go to Valley's Echo Tavern. Well, look who's back. Glad to see you're doing well, Rean. Likewise. You're in as good a mood as ever, Gerald. And I can see why. Now, you've got quite a few customers for this time of the year. Yeah, right after the war ended, hardly anyone was coming in. Looks like things are finally getting back to normal. Since tensions between the neighboring nations have calmed down a bit, we're getting even more guests than usual. Nothing beats times of peace. You've got that right. Now then, since you're here and all, how about I teach you one of our recipes? You mean one of the secret dishes? You mean one of your secret dishes? Are you sure about this, Gerald? Of course. You all use recipe books too, right? If you jot down one of my specials, you'll be able to prepare it whenever you want. Here, help yourself. A recipe for one of my specials and the ingredients to whip it up. Receive tricolor onigiri recipe and 3 sets of ingredients. The ingredients as well? Really, this is much too kind. I don't get to see you as often as I'd like, so let me at least do this much. I know you're keeping plenty busy out there, but take care of yourself and make sure you're eating right. Of course, I'll take that to heart. How's come the recipe list doesn't carry over? Well,
Let's do this. Thanks for waiting.
Yep. Okay. Let's see here. Peculiar dishes. So that's just superb, regular, and peculiar. It's just those three. They took the fourth one off. So let's see. Yeah, fresh herb, coarse rock salt, assorted grains, and beast flesh. Oh, yeah, I still can't use that. Alright, let's get out of here. I think the next place will be... Been to the chapel, we've been to the tavern. Here. Let's go here. Talk to Yuna. Looking to grab a souvenir? Yeah, for my family. Oh, and for Jessica and Luis as well. This place sells all sorts of rare stuff. It kind of reminds me of Neosuion imports. They both carry Eastern goods, it's true. Since a lot of their stuff comes from the Republic, they were out of stock last year. But now things are finally back to normal. Thank goodness trade has recovered. Agreed. What is it, instructor? Nothing. I just thought you'd be more on edge today. You're surprisingly calm. I mean, today's the signing ceremony in Crossville. Yeah. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't thinking about it. There's a part of me that wants to be home for such a monumental occasion. But I'd feel kinda left out if I was the only one who didn't get to come to Ymir. I belong with Class 7, Yuna. By the way, I heard something from Randy. He told me you played a big part in Operation Liberate Crossbow last month. Oh, it wasn't that big a deal. I just helped Lloyd and the others a teeny bit. Hey, are you really okay with staying at the branch campus? It's the end of the school year, so you should have been able to transfer back to Crossbow like Randy. Heck, I bet they'd love to have you at the police academy again. So you want me gone, then? No, that's not what... I'm just messing with you. It's true that I regret not being able to properly graduate from the police academy. But right now, my time at the branch campus is even more important. I said it earlier, it's where I belong. I see.
And you know, I like being with you, instructor. I didn't mean that in a weird way.
I know. There's still a lot I want to teach you, too.
Good, because I'm all ears.
Anyway, everything I learned at Thor's is sure to be useful in the future, whether it's for myself or to help strengthen the relationship between Crossbow and the Empire. I'm going to be counting on you to teach me the good stuff, instructor. You have yourself a deal. Better get that brain of yours ready. Yeah, Yuna 1. Second home. As much as she wishes to be present for the signing ceremony, Yuna chooses to remain with Class 7, signifying how important it has come to be for her. Nice. Alright, talk to these guys. Well, if it isn't Rean, welcome back. Long time no see, Camilla, or Camilla, or however you say her name. You look well. What's that? I look young and what's that? I look young and my complexion is perfect? You sweet talker. You really haven't changed. Ah, come now, that's not true. I've been in the rare item business lately. Speaking of which, have you heard about this? It's Lake Lord's newest fishing gear. I ordered way too many sets. And then on top of that, they sent me new rods and parts as a bonus. Care to take them off my hands? Are you sure? Of course. I'm sure this stuff would be much better used in the hands of a knowledgeable fisherman like you. Custom rod, titanium hook, and 5 fishing bait. Okay. Whoa, this is a lot. Thank you so much. No need for that. No need for thanks. I just like seeing you happy. I'll be running the shop as usual, so feel free to drop in whenever. Will do. Fishing, huh? It's starting to warm up a little, so it's the perfect time to cast a line in a mountain stream. I should give it a whirl once I have some free time. Yeah, I think that'd be now. Wait, huh? By the way, Rean, do you have a moment? What is it, Camilla? That girl looking at her stock over there is pretty cute. Is she your girlfriend? She's one of my students, actually. Ah, from your school? You certainly seem quite close. I figured you might bring your girlfriend home with you. Well, we've been through hell and back together, so I wonder who you'll bring home next. Someone from your class, or perhaps Princess Alphen? Camilla. It'll actually be Elisa. That's the one girl he'll definitely bring home with him. Leo, or Lio, however you say his name. Lord Rean, you're home, eh? How are things at the school? Really busy as we prepare for the new school year, but super fulfilling. How are things going here, Leo? I'll just say Leo, that's the only way I know how to say it. Same old, same old, same old. You see how my wife is, right? Are you going to be sticking around for long? I'll handle all your orbit modification and weapon upgrade needs. Thanks a lot. Oh, before I forget, have you heard that the Arcus 2 got an update? Wait, update or upgrade? Update, okay. Yeah, the Reinford group got in touch with me. I heard the slots got a boost? Correct. You can strengthen them up to a 3rd stage now, allowing for the insertion of even more powerful quartz. Yeah, I recently remembered that that it was Cold Steel 2, 3, and 4. Couldn't remember in the last video, but I remembered afterward. Correct. You can strengthen them up to a 3rd stage now, allowing for the insertion of even more powerful quartz. I actually got a sample from the RF group. It's yours if you want to see how it works. After strengthening the slot with this sepith, you should be able to plug the quartz in. A tier you are, and all sepith and all elemental sepith times 150. It was actually analyzed you are in Lloyd's route. Thank you for everything. No need for thanks. I'm just happy to see you again. Since you're home and all, make sure to get some R&R. Rest and relaxation, yeah. Of course. Alright. I'll probably do some modifications and stuff in the after this video. What next? I guess talk to Kurt, yeah. Talk to Kurt and whoever's over there. The scenery here truly is spectacular. It sure is. I've lived here most of my life and I'm still not tired of it. It's a shame. It's just a shame it doesn't last all year. Once the snow's gone, that's it. Still, I'm sure it's just replaced by the equally unique beauty of another season. You're not wrong there. You're more than welcome to visit again in another season if you want to see. I'd like that very much. Did you once practice your swordsmanship here? Sort of. It was further up the mountain to be specific. Master Kafai and I spent about a month living out in the wilderness while he trained me intensively. Interesting. I've heard the Arcade School does a similar thing. Perhaps it's an Eastern manner of training that the Arcades later adopted. It's true that Eastern martial arts emphasize becoming one with nature. But I think in my case it was just because Master Kafai believed it to be effective. Securing food to eat and a place to sleep every day was hard enough, but sometimes he would even set monsters on me. Thinking back, I had to do some crazy stuff to make it through in one piece. And you're a glutton for punishment. I shudder to think of what you must have gone through. Ouch, is that how you see me? Forgive me, I didn't mean for it to come across quite so rudely. Still, perhaps I should try training in the mountains myself. I apologize if I'm assuming wrongly here, but are you feeling frustrated with your progress? Oh no, I'm not. No, I suppose you're right. I'm happy to lend an ear if there's something you want to talk about. Alright then. This isn't a new concern of mine, but it's something I was reminded of when we were introducing ourselves to your parents. Yuna and Altina have grown significantly since I first met them, and not just them. The same could be said for Ash, Muse, and all the rest of the students at the academy. They've all matured significantly in the year since we all enrolled. But then there's me. I don't feel like I've grown all that much at all. I continue to train every day, and I do feel as though I'm improving. I'm just a little frustrated by the pace. I think you only feel that way because you're more capable than most. What do you mean? In other words, you expect more of yourself than most people do. When you put your bar for success so high, it's only natural it's going to be harder to surpass it. That's just reality. But that makes it sound as if I've got barely any room for improvement. That's definitely not the case. It's going to be more difficult for you to make significant progress than before, but you've been overcoming that for a while. Last year, you faced off against Prince Cedric and overcame many trials before that, but you weren't content to rest on your laurels. In the 6 months in the 6 months since, you've never stopped working to better yourself. I think you're the only one who can't see how much progress you've made. As your instructor, I know better than anyone just how much you've improved. So, have confidence in yourself, Kurt. Thank you, instructor. Of course, don't take that as me telling you to be content with how you are and to stop trying. I wouldn't dream of it. I have no intention of slowing my pace, at least not until I've surpassed you. Wow, sounds like I've got a good reason to keep bettering myself then. Well, I'm going to get going, but we have the Phoenix Wings to ourselves today. I'd recommend you take the chance to relax in the hot springs while you have it. That sounds wonderful. I might stay here a moment to collect my thoughts and then head over. Hey there, Luke. Thanks for running the cable car to bring us all up here. It's my pleasure. We're all glad to have you back home. It's been a long half a year without you around. How long are you planning on staying this time? I'm actually not sure myself. Major Claire was the one who made all the arrangements for this trip. Oh, odd that she wouldn't tell you. But well, I'm sure she has her reasons. She did so much for us during the Civil War, I know you can trust her. In fact, I should go and greet her myself. Clearly, time hasn't made you any less kind-hearted. Yeah. Oh, Ash. Didn't even see him there. What are you up? What are you up to over here, Ash? Nothing much, just wandering around. But man, there sure is a lot of snow left down this way. Well, we don't generally use this path, so there's no point in removing any of the snow that builds up here. It just stays until it melts. Guess it makes sense that you've got the cable car anyway. Something on your mind? Kinda. A while back I heard someone talking about a sport you can basically only do on a snowy mountain. Can't remember the name though. Snowboarding? That's the one. Heard something about using a special board to ride all the way down to the bottom of the mountain. I figured there's gotta be enough snow here to do it, right? Though I'm thrilled that you're so interested in snowboarding, that would be a really bad idea. Why? Gonna tell me, oh Ash, most of the snow's already melted, you're gonna die a horrible death or something. Well, screw that, life's no fun without a bit of risk. To be fair, you did hit most of what I was going to say. But yeah, there's no chance I'll let you snowboard in this. Ugh, lame. If you really want to give snowboarding a try though, you're more than welcome to come back here in the winter. I'll even teach you myself. I'll surpass you in no time flat. I'd like to see you try. I'll have you know I'm at the top of the leaderboards for every course here. Man, when you get hooked on something, you really do get hooked, huh? But don't forget, I'm from Raquel. I grew up gambling to put food on the table. There ain't a game I can't win. I'm not afraid to embarrass you on your own turf. Well, that sounds like a challenge to me. Can't wait to see who comes out on top. Just remember that you're not allowed to bet anything on the outcome unless we do it after you graduate. Bah, you and your damn rules.
I've gotten so used to spring everywhere else that the cold here's got me feeling like it's still winter.
Yeah.
Think I might take that advice I gave to Kurt and soak in the hot spring.
Yeah, that'd be best. Oh, hold up. Beauty alert. Purple. Why'd they name her after a color? Master Rean, so good to see you. Sorry for not noticing you sooner. I was just a little preoccupied. It's good to see you too. Is something bothering you? Oh, it's not a big deal, really. It's just, well, a customer at the Phoenix Wings confessed to me the other day. What? As in romantically? That's right. He asked if I would be willing to date him. At the end of last year, a noble who came here to recuperate after the war proposed to me too. It's happened so many times lately that it's starting to wear me down a little. She's a kind, pretty woman, so I understand why she'd be popular, but that's a lot of pressure to deal with on a regular basis. And if she were to accept the purple I've known all my life would actually lead Ymir. The passage of time is a scary thing. Yeah. Stop exploring the village and take a dip in the hot springs? Let's see, is there anything else I should do? Oh, wait! Wait a minute, I need to get the books. Here, get this, and this. I only got enough money for 7? That's lame. Anything else I should buy? No, wait. Do I have any fish to sell? Nope. No, I do not. Sucks that it's only the battle section that gets converted. Alright. Well, I got the 2 books. Wait, is it just... Oh, yep. It's just the books. Okay. Oh, the number of treasure chests I've opened gets ported over too. Sweet. Okay. Anything else here? Well, I might as well upgrade one of my slots while I'm at it. Tier. I guess I'll go with this one. Or wait a minute. I'll go with this one. Why not? The 3rd one. What? Ah, fine. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Talk to Gerald behind the counter to receive this truck. Okay. I guess that's pretty much it, because after the events at the... Yeah, I think once we go to the Phoenix Wings, according to my guide, it says that once we go to the Phoenix Wings, the exploring Ymir will be over. Stop exploring the village and take a dip in the hot springs? Yeah. It looks like someone got here before me. Maybe it's Kurt? Oh, it's Claire.
Major? I'm sorry. I wouldn't have come in if I'd known you were here.
Is that you, Rean? Why don't you come into the water? You must be cold standing there. We haven't had a chance to talk in quite some time.
Oh, looks like she doesn't mind.
True. We're long overdue for a talk.
A long one.
Well, if you're comfortable with it, then I'd love to.
After this, we'll be going over to Ymir Valley. Dad mentioned how the RNP must be really busy now. How are you holding up? You aren't overworking yourself, are you? Thank you for your concern, but please put that worry out of your mind. Oh, man. My work sometimes comes with unexpected benefits, like being able to visit the hot springs here, for instance. I suppose that is true. The RNP is being restructured and having its military capacity downsized at the same time, so I can't deny that I am busy. But that's true for so many others right now. I don't think I have a right to complain. What do you mean by being restructured? Does that relate to how the RMP and the Intelligence Division don't answer directly to the government anymore? Yes, because of that, we aren't going to have the kind of freedom we're used to. But I believe that we'll still be able to protect the people of Erebonia in a different way than the army like before. I see. The RMP isn't being rolled into the army though, right? Correct, although that possibility was being considered at one point. In the end, it didn't happen, thanks in part to General Van Dyke and Provisional Governor Head Regnitz. It's not impossible that it could lead to a power struggle in the future, unfortunately. But I believe the Empire needs something with a chain of command separate from the army that can serve as a deterrent. To avoid power gathering in one place again, you mean? Exactly. Thors and his graduates, myself included, are expected to serve as another kind of deterrent as well. The reason being that the school's students and teachers alike exert influence in various fields and have all kinds of connections. I see. As someone charged with helping raise the next generation of Thor's students, I suddenly feel even more pressure. As you should. We're all counting on you.
By the way, Rean.
Yes?
This feels very overdue, but I wanted to thank you.
For what?
For all you did during the rivalries. For all you did for Milliam, for facing me head-on, and for granting His Excellency's true wish. Mere words feel woefully insufficient given all you've done, but I also didn't want my gratitude to go unspoken.
That's very kind, but you really didn't have to. I was just doing what I wanted to do. And I couldn't have done it alone.
That's about what I expected you'd say.
This might sound kind of sappy, but I feel like it was worth it all just to see you smile again.
You really are oblivious to how you sound sometimes. Jokes and thanks aside, there's something I wanted to ask you too.
What is it?
Are you truly happy right now, Rean?
Of course I am. Busy, certainly. But I am happy. I still can't believe we made it through the Great Twilight. We even got Crow and Milliam back. I was hoping there was a way we wouldn't lose them, obviously. But deep down, I had already given up and braced for the inevitable. It wasn't without some goodbyes. But it's all over now. And I can still be with everyone I care about. Which includes you, of course. The joy I feel about that hasn't gone anywhere.
I'm glad to hear that. Still, there's a difference between being happy over something and you yourself being happy. You went through a lot during the Great Twilight, including having to say farewell to your father. Despite living in fear you would disappear or lose your friends, you came out the other side with victory in hand. You, Rean, persevered to save us all. And I can believe that's made you happy, yes. As much as I can believe that happiness continues to cast a punishing shadow over you. Am I wrong?
I'm speechless. You really can see right through me. You're right. I'm still not sure how to handle the happiness I feel. I know it's there. I'm just not sure how to truly accept it. All the people who died on the first day of the war did so because I made the Great Twilight happen. Do I even deserve to be happy when they can't be? Or forgiven for what I did?
It may not be my place to say this, but I think you're the only one who can decide that.
I suppose you're right.
I know how you feel. Because I'm in exactly the same position. You were concerned earlier that I might be overworking myself. For me, I'm just trying to atone for my sins by throwing myself into my work.
Major, that can't be good for—
Don't worry. I can calculate how far I can go as well as any number. I'm taking care not to cross the line into self-sacrifice. It's tempting, though. Every time I achieve something to make Erebonia's future better or see you and Milliam's smiling faces, I get a little closer to forgiving myself. It's not something I can do overnight. It's every moment I can justify forgiveness, no matter how small it is, that gets me one step closer. As long as I don't falter, I'm sure I'll be able to like myself again.
That's a mature way of going about it.
Far from it. I'm duplicitous.
Alright.